How's it going, ladies and Bruce? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Now, let's go see how, I forgot her name. The science lady's getting on with their science thing. Oh my god. Let's see how she's doing anyway. I like this place. Wouldn't mind staying here.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is Interrogate dance music. What? She leans closer, eyes knit together in a puzzled expression. What did you say? You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of the Interrogate dance music. I said, how's the project going? I can't hear you, she shouts, pointing at the enormous speaker that's tuning out the sound. The music's too loud. The project, how's it going? Oh, the project! Her face lights up for a second, before she gives you an exaggerated headshake. It's not going well. Why? There's that guy, she points at Egghead, who's raving behind his turntables on a brightly lit stage. I need him to plug a 3.5mm cable into the auxiliary port so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers. Why don't you just ask him? He doesn't listen to me, he only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yuko Kata, a place to be apparently. I can speak to him, see what I can do. Thanks, maybe you get through his magic rhymes? She does jazz hands to mock him. Let me know how it goes. God damn it. We had a deal. A young man with peroxide blonde hair stands behind a mixer desk, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, Hardcore. Is it?
It's hardcore!
Are you just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent! All core! Alright! Yeah!
He furrows his brow and his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music into the very real air of the church.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is.
But is it? I mean really?
I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer.
Damn it! Damn you, Egghead! There must be a way to talk to this person. Find your way out of this maze of things to say.
Back to the head.
Alright, let's try again. Nothing.
Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally all core. All right. Yeah. Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I'd asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question.
Oh my god! Can you tell me how to do this?
True. Hardcore. Internally all core. All right. Yeah. The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Ah! Now maybe you can tell me. How do I talk to this guy? He's an idiot.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
Suna, do you have an opinion on this? I don't. Good, we have too many opinions anyway. What would you suggest as the name? A cell? How about something simple like the club? Too modern. Andre shakes his spiky head. And too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real. Real and true and beautiful like a morning after the rave. Egghead. Not yours because you're a twat. Yuko Kata. Okay, I just don't want to... The zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else? Hardcore. A witless victorious smile adorns his face. Hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than hardcore. Andre looks worried as he comes to this realization. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene. Noid, give me your 2 cents on the issue that I don't care about. The amnesia. Like the I can't remember the name of the club amnesia. Amnesia. It's not amnesia, guys. Come on then, Andre, smartass. The name. He appears to mull it over, one hand idly touching his ear. Everything I managed to come up with just sounds wrong. Andre's overthinking it, says the girl with the microphone. Yeah, you should do it, detective. The speed freak with the yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. Be good for the signs. Lloyd's right, you helped us so much. It's the right thing to do. Okay. Disco Elysium. Like the dollar in word for the world. You mean Elysium. But Disco Elysium? She looks unsure. Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten. The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be. And short. And memorable. It's settled then. Everyone, welcome to Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. Andre breaks into frenzied dance like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. What are you doing, Andre? I'm dancing. He performs yet another strange pattern of moves. But it doesn't look very cool or modern, honestly. It looks kind of lame. The softcore gyrating is supposed to be dancing? We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing. Yes, my man. He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights. Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound so much better, but there's a noticeable lack of something. What's the deal with Egghead? I want to talk to him. He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music. And by being a master of ceremonies. It's a master of ceremonies. You know, a host. A declaimer of slogans. He's a performer. Gets people going. Interesting, sire. A bit like you then. An MC for short. How do you communicate with him? Well, he shrugs. He's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Have you ever really talked to him? Yeah, sometimes when I stumble and find my way into his center. You have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though. The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair? It's to express my individuality. Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding. Fair enough. He looks at the molten toothbrush. Maybe it was a bad idea anyway. It's a white check. 3% waste of time. Alright, let's see if we can talk to him now then. Maybe we should talk to one of these other guys.
We're close.
Says the young man standing behind the mixer desk, pumping his fist in the air. Lung-shaped trees grow on a silver buck.
True,
bell.
hard, full, hardcore. Hardcoreism, internally coherent. All core, alright, yeah. Hardcore! Ah! The question is...
Oh, crap.
There was a question?
I don't know how to talk to this guy. It's freaking ridiculous.
Skibbity.
I did not mean to do that.
It's hardcore!
I know what to say to that. We're just gonna try every different
hardcore
thing. But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
The young man adds a capital G before the H in his yargs and args. This produces a guttural Gottwaldian accent that makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gottwaldian. Maybe it's Oranje. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck's from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to Arno van Eyck an Arno van Eyck creation right now? Is this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Egghead.
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The advent?
Damn it!
We're close. True!
Maybe Noid knows how to talk to him. Someone must.
You got us in, Cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall examining the carpentry.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority, but you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Cool, you're Noid, right? Do you have a moment to talk?
What's on your mind?
What do you think about this church? It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. He rubs his hands together. What do you mean by dead bodies? Dead bodies are perennial plants. He taps on the wood. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing that we came along. Spiritual collapse has been total. Spiritual collapse? I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? He continues without waiting for an answer. After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had a sense that she could no longer see them, and she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother wasn't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is a high-quality carcass. He kicks the floorboard. The power of Interrogate beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. What's the quote from? A Siray's man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother. You're not a big fan of the inner-centric system? 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. He looks around. It's false, core. He always says the false in false core, invested with 20 kilotons of disgust. Are you proposing dance music will supplant this system? Interdict dance music, he nods. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough, and yes I do. You know what this kind of stuff goes well with? You don't have to be on drugs for that, though. Only a little. Cool. It's all a necessity. All large human gatherings are narcotic. It's just the way of the spinal cord. Alright, I'm done talking to you, because I'm done talking to all of you. I'll come back. Let's get the hell out of here. Before I lose my goddamn mind, let's talk to this other guy. We gotta go find that cryptozoologist. And take that jacket back to that guy. He'll be needing that, I would imagine. I'm hoping we've got enough composure for this cryptozoologist. We need that info, homie. We need that info hard.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
42. Shit. I can't put it up anymore either. It's as high as it's gonna get at this stage. Alright, well let's go talk to this man, shall we? Oh, take the jacket back. Let's go take the jacket back. That's gotta be the first thing on the agenda. I'm sure he'll be stoked to have his jacket back. And it's raining, so, you know. Be nice to have a jacket in the rain. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it matters.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Good to see you too, Fred.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. Also, I have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
By speed, I mean amphetamine. Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real? See, friend, he brings out a 1 litre bottle with bluish liquid. The mouth is corked shut. That's real valuable. Worth every real if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy. You know what's crazy, actually? He grins and bursts out laughing. Then takes 3 gulps of his pilsner and stares at you intently. It's funny how difficult to focus his watery gaze. What is? What? Keep him talking. What do you mean, what? What did you think was crazy earlier? This guy, he says and shakes his index finger at you. Where'd the bottle of spirits come from? Oh, this is medicinal spirits, the good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. His voice rings with pride. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. Sounds dangerous. It was, he creaks. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of hell. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes, he gets visibly angry. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. Have they no shame taking money for a service they provide? But the idiots left me alone in there. Now I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. He gets an excited gleam in his eyes. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is beautiful blue stuff. He shakes the bottle. 98.7%, almost pure alcohol. Snakes are intestinal worms. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. He nods at his companions. But the last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it. I thought it was 300 real. Yeah, you thought right. Don't even try to sneak anything past old Rosemary here. The man leads forward. I got all senses locked on you, buddy boy. What'll it be? He said 3 real now. But at first you said asked for 300. Aye. That's why I said now 300 real. Don't you try and trick me, buddy boy. He points his ginger in your general direction. Now do you want it or not? No, not really. Alright, I've had enough of talking to you.
The legend returns.
No, not you. Wrong one, sorry.
Tequila sunset.
Found your jacket. Ah, Tequila, I knew you'd come through. That's a fucking great man. Found a little more than I bargained for. What's that supposed to mean? There's a dead body nearby. What's that got to do with my jacket? Pretty freaky coincidence. What do I care about some local stiff? You gonna give me the jacket or not? Fine, take it. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this? What do you expect? You left it outside for a week. I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I still got standards. He hands it to you. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in. Underneath the accumulated filth of the jacket itself appears to be stain resistant. It just needs a good scrub. What a tosser. You should just be fucking glad he's got it. Bastard. Freaking twat. What's with this chair here? Oh, that's just wasting time, I guess. We don't have time for wasting time, god damn it. Wash the dirty jacket. Where are we gonna do that? And how are we gonna do this Alright, we're gonna go deal with this aux cable thing. Okay? I might have to do cuts to get through it, but we'll deal with it somehow. It'll be the last thing we do tonight before we hit the hay, I suppose. It's nearly, it's 8:30. We can sleep at 9, so we'll do the aux cable thing, hit the hay, and then Kim will be back, and then we'll have a whole bunch of new stuff to do that we've been waiting for him to come back to do. Let's see what happens. We gotta figure out some way to deal with this guy. There was that black box or something. Maybe we can shut down his music if he won't fucking listen. This looks like a tiny chemistry lab. Free tear. Those Nosafed bottles. Tanks of distilled water. They really have an interesting setup here, like kids preparing for a school science fair. It's pretty neat. Are we sure about this? Something smells fishy. Nah, it's just the smell of healthy experimentation and lots of chemicals. Hey Andre, what's all this? This? Oh, we're trying to see if we can come up with some cool new special effects to add to the visual aspect of our club experience. He gestures towards the setup proudly. We tinker with things. Art, music, chemistry. I'm not sure I'm buying what you're selling. What kind of effects? Some chemicals we mix can, change colour or sort of blow up. Blow up, blow up! The young man with the large head pumps his fist in the air. Not like you in a dangerous way. He throws Egghead an uneasy glance. Or, well, we're not going to do it in a dangerous way. Besides, did you know that small experiences are all the rage now? At the most forward-thinking venues? She looks up for a moment. Very big in art circles. The lead programmer turns to look at you for a moment, her gaze impassive, then returns to her work. I hope you get to experience one of our light smells shows sometime, sir, he says with a smile, nodding his blonde spiked head vigorously. It'll be a blast. You're talking out your ass, aren't you, my friend? Maybe she can talk to this guy. She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, but like underwater inside a tree.
That's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead. What for? for getting me and my friends in here. We even found some new associates, such as they are. How's everyone doing? Good, I think. Noid's getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Suna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind the radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk too much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God. Empathy. I don't have any empathy. I'd like to know more about your associates. Okay. What's the deal with Egghead? What do you mean? What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff? Oh, he's the party boy. He told me as much, but what exactly is a party boy? Interdict music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say, a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me. But you, swish! Your credentials as the resident future man of Riverdale are being questioned. Show me you're hip with the times, cramps. No offense taken, go on. Anyway, even if you don't have the vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands there on stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy. Where's he from? How long's he been with you guys? Actually, we don't really know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Faubourg, or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City. The worst of the banlieues, a wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Monte Martin, the remotest possible area of Riverdale. No one wants to exploit those people anymore. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning all night long, just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines, there were mines? Yeah, it was Coal City, she nods. Egg came with us. He made his wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back, couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City because it took us 2 days to walk back to the faro. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked him why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name was Jermaine. People are sweet, she says quietly. I don't care about the others. What do you think of the crabman? Oh, the crabman, she shudders. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. He doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I try to stay away from the crabman, but he talks to Noid. They seem to have something going on. He talks to Noid? What for? Beats me. Noid says they get along somehow. They're both crazy, I guess. What does he do up there? Who knows, she shrugs. He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower? Tell me about Suna. She's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today, she told me about Welkins? A Sally Grimaces? If it's the first time hearing the word, as if it's the first time hearing the word. And she seemed oddly happy. Like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen. I was busy with my mic. Alright, do we have any way to deal with this prick? 'Cause I feel like I've done everything.
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
I'll cut until something happens anyway now, because this is ridiculous.
Hardcore. Hardcore. Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question? Alright, looks like we come across something that I haven't done yet.
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. The skin on your back is crawling. For a second you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so. Egg, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers? To the Mega, yeah. He gets serious. I can route it through the auxiliary. What kind of cable does she need? 3.5 or 4.5? 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Oh, she uses 3.5? An uncomfortable pause. Yeah, the auxiliary line is 4.5. These two don't mix. Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. He searches for a cable on the ground and picks it up, looking for the jack. Hang on. This is 4.5. We're all good people. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line, and you hear a satisfying click. Great, someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please? Egg, the music? Everybody, don't panic. I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec. Young man shouts as he clicks a switch on the mixer for a specially scheduled event. Piano will be back. But we're doing something else for a moment. He turns to you. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave her tunes. Then I'll turn off the music. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? Lungs are for love. Les amours, la compassion, la autodiscipline? Love, he suddenly yells, and the world seems to stop. In a woman's lungs, lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on, because I've never loved someone like you before. A dopamine surge accompanies the words. Feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating in your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life, in that moribund sponge you call your body. Alright, I'm had enough. Let's get this done.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead, he plugged in your cable. You can now unmute your speakers. Okay, but she seems hesitant, her eyes still fixed on Egghead. Can you ask him to turn the volume down a bit, just in case? Maximum, shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star. Maximum is the only way. I know it is, but can you please turn it down in just this instance? Just this on time, maximum is not the only way, okay? Pump it to the brick, pump it to the hard master, there is no other way, glue style. See? She turns to face you, ready to give up. He pumps it to the hard, mister. It's hopeless. Hard master, it's hopeless. I think what he's trying to say is that the volume button is stuck on maximum. Of course it is, she shrugs, consigned to her fate. Yeah, permanent enlightenment, ray of sound. Never mind then, let's get on with our project. I'm gonna unmute the speakers on the count of 5. Everyone ready? She looks around the church. Egghead pumps his hand in the air, waiting for the beat to drop. Born ready, says Andre. Ready, yells Noid. Finally, a seal turns to face you. I'm ready if you are, detective. There's tightness in your chest, anxiety. Ready. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged. She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room. No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the street, the people, nothing will remain. Guys, what's going on? There's an alarm in the man's voice. As he steps back to scan the surroundings, a slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus. It's getting louder, says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins. In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling. Hazana, mother of Mega, you hear Egghead yell. Then something else, but his voice is growing faint. He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on. What's that weird rattling sound? The beauty and the beat. The future of dance. Planetary. No, Egg, it's the window. The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks like she's alive. The window is Sorry. The window is going to come down. No, the roof. She looks up. A screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails. The pillars in the church twist and creak above and around you. Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark. Come down to us. Love. Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on the metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. That's it. I'm muting it. She reaches for the keyboard. Yeah, maybe we should stop. Sona, mute it. Shit, it doesn't stop. The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop. Sal, have you... Yes, I've turned it off, she yells, holding the contact mic in her hand. Andre, pull the compressor. The place is going to come down. Fuck. Andre frantically smashes the buttons. I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here, it's... in the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. Egghead, it's in the desk. And then it stops. Totally and utterly, as if there was never a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a tangled cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector. Egg. He pulled the plug, he says calmly. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Andre breathes a sigh of relief and inspects the window. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell, programmer lady. Tell me you were recording that. 4 years, the woman whispers. 22 people. Millions of real. All that time, this is what we were up against. Just erased it. Her lip trembles. Suislaw isn't going to believe this. Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it. Yes, Andre, she composes herself, wipes the dust off her sweater and rests her hands on the keyboard. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this, Eggman, you too. And you, officer. She turns to you. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. It's a start. What was that? I've never heard anything like that. It was mathematical information from the anomaly presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, she shakes her head. I have no idea. I've never heard anything like this. Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. Is your ears adjusting after the exposure? You gonna write to Suislaw? Yes, our lead designer and maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers, if they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although, I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway. What happens now? Are you gonna stay here? She cuts you off. Her deft fingers already on the keyboard. I'm gonna stay here with these lunatics. Send letters. Maybe meet Suislaw. Also devise a few further measurements. All I want to know... I want you to know that's totally chill with us. I don't care, she blurts, then reconsiders. But thank you anyway. Now her hands move on to the keyboard. I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind. Some tiny hard thing. Let's go in your stomach. You're still alive. Oh god. -10, pale unknown. Form a theory. That's interesting. We'll come back for that another time. Obviously we can't do that now, because it was a huge requirement. They gave us another skill point. A pity we can't put anything into composure. That's a shame, but never mind. I guess the next step would be we'll go to bed, I suppose, and then tomorrow we've got a bunch of stuff to do with Kim. Oh, and we need to clean this jacket. I don't know where we're going to do that either. Maybe in our house. We'll see. Till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next one.